So I was thinking about this question yesterday after Katie and I met, and I thought, I don't have a whole lot to do with the marketing per se, but in terms of, I was thinking, well, what have we done differently? And I've actually only been in my position for about 9 months. So, and there has not been a same month since. I've started, so it's been quite a roller coaster ride. But I can tell you that we have all become very, very comfortable in front of a camera, whether you wanted to be or not. So we have been doing a lot of videos. Some of them are a little more organic. So maybe our admissions coordinator might record something and send it out through our CRM to his pipeline to just say, hey, we're doing a free app right now, so make sure to fill out your application. And those seem to get a lot of traction for our students. We know that we live in a TikTok world, so anything over about 30 seconds, we've lost the student's attention. So we try to keep things very pithy. We try to be as content rich and engaging as we possibly can be. Our road pieces that typically we would order, I have to say that we have definitely cut down on our printing and duplicating because we haven't been, we're not producing a lot of hard copies of documents, which has been really nice, but we have been getting them in PDF form so that we can either have them on our website or we can email them out. Because those seem to be a much more effective way of dealing with some of those types of things. We obviously, like everyone, is trying to optimize our use of social media, but with regards to our pipeline, we know that's not always a good tactic to use because they're probably not following us yet if they are not actually somehow already interested in the university. So we still do a lot of emails, a lot of calling. There is the nice thing that I hear from our admissions coordinators is that, wow, people are actually picking up the phone now because they don't have anything else to do. And so having someone to talk to is kind of a nice tactic. Whereas when I first started, it was, I never call anyone before 10 and I never get the students to pick up the phone. That doesn't seem to be the issue now. So we are really pushing the phone calls and text and emails as well. So those are kind of some of the things that we've been working on, and I'll go ahead and throw it then. Listen to me, I'll throw it to, just like in a virtual event, I'll throw it to Joan so that she can maybe answer as well.
Thanks, Joan. I actually have reached out to our Director of Marketing and Communications. I work very closely with their office as part of my job. I work with them on all of our brochures, all of our marketing, advertising. So she kind of gave me some ideas at a high level from campus-wide, how we've kind of pivoted, and then that also relates to us in admissions as well. So like Jen said, we're not printing a lot of pieces, and so we have changed those to digital orientation. So we are using Flipbook as a way to host and give out links when we're hosting virtual events, those types of things. So that students can still get it, view our content, and we're making updates to those as well. We've increased budget for mailed marketing materials because we're not handing them out. We've decided to mail more. I'm guessing that other institutions are probably going to do that too. So a lot of students will be getting a lot of mail. So hopefully ours looks flashier than everybody else's. Less focus on high school advertising. So we have done in the past a lot of advertising at athletic events. They have the light up billboards at the athletic events that we've put money towards in the past. We've done things in the high schools, posters, those types of things. So we've really drawn back on that. We've done less expansive marketing, so we're sticking more local and putting a lot more dollars in our local area. Less emphasis on traditional campus glamour videos. So we don't want to invest in campus videos with students wearing masks right now. And so we're trying to stay away from that, and we're putting more emphasis on more informal videos that have a shorter lifespan. So smaller, short videos that we can share about the institution. We have an increase in using digital marketing, geofencing, retargeting. We've increased social platforms. So in admissions, we have been rolling out slowly for our social media. We were on Instagram for the past 2 years. We rolled out our Facebook admissions page now as well. We have a more clear idea and plan for what we're going to use it for instead of just having it and reposting everything from the university Facebook page. Um, what else? We've purchased a larger number of leads this year than we have in the past to help with that starting number for us to try to nurture those students. We've increased our texting and calling, just like Jen said. The counselors that we have a little bit more time. They're not traveling, running around, driving from place to place. And so we're taking advantage of that and trying to personalize a little bit more of the connection and communication with the students and their families. I'll hand it over to Heather.
Thanks, Joan. I'll be brief because we're doing a lot of the same things that Jen and Joan are doing. We got lucky because we ended up going into contract with a new search firm this year, as well as we quickly were able to get in contract with a digital firm that has been doing a lot of our digital advertising, as well as designing some of our print materials. So we kind of fell into that unexpectedly. So we were able to pretty quickly change up some of our search tactics because of COVID. And similar to what Joan said, is we looked at it and said, okay, we've got to start purchasing more names locally and maybe a few less names further out for this next year, because we think people will stay closer to home. And we are a regional institution anyway, and so we definitely serve the people of this region, and we felt like we instead of trying to broaden out this year, let's just keep it local and where we are within the region. And so put a lot of emphasis and focus there. Our new search firm is doing a lot of digital advertisement for us, which is actually one of the reasons we decided to get out of contract and in contract with a new firm, because we wanted to have more of a digital presence. So they're doing email and social media campaigns for us that are moving and shaking. Like I said, this new, we went in contract with an off-campus design company, which, if you've ever had to go through that, has been a little challenging, working with our university relations department and saying, we're going to go off campus because we need a different look and feel, and we need this to happen quicker. And it's not because they're not a great office or supportive, because they very much are. They just don't have enough time. And we had this opportunity, and it's been great. And so we're really redesigning many of our pieces and doing more mail, like Joan said. So we are mailing a lot more than we have in the past, because we are not able to meet with students as frequently as we would like to. We are also doing a lot of geofencing and targeted ads to different populations of people, depending on if we're having an event or if we're just going to be in the area for the roadshow I mentioned earlier, or if we're just trying to push out a specific message to them. We also had an opportunity to pretty quickly, we realized we needed some really amazing videos that we could show about who we were as a campus, because we did have a period of time where people could not come on our campus, and we wanted to be able to still share that with them. Again, we have a university relations department with one videographer. He was completely overwhelmed in March, and we said, we got to figure out somebody else to help us. And so we actually went to athletics, who wasn't nearly as busy as they normally were, and said, we need you to help us do this. You guys create amazing videos for our athletic teams, and they're not playing right now. And so they did, and we were lucky to have their support. And they created, I don't know, 7 or 8 high-level, high-quality videos about different topics we felt were important for students to hear and see about our institution that we could use throughout the recruitment process. And we didn't put anybody in masks. We couldn't take video of things happening on campus because there wasn't anything happening on campus, but we did have access to a lot of video content of things that had happened on campus, as well as images. And so some of the videos were live of people on campus, like our president, or we were just trying to show off spaces. We did a housing residence life video, we did a dining video, we did a diversity video that really is, focusing on what's going on in our nation and how this is an institution that will support you, as well as some just high-level videos about this campus and the region and the beauty of our region. So that has been huge for us. We can use that in a lot of our communication flows and on our website and in social media. And at events we're hosting. And so that has been really helpful. So if you have a great athletic department that's not nearly as busy, you might want to tap into their digital folks if they have availability. So similar to what everyone else said, but definitely have had to do a lot more virtual facing promotion than we have in the past.